Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to present the reference analysis of data about gun-related violence in the United States from 2013 till 2018. It's going to be the exploratory data analysis by using Spark. Also, I will answer to 3 analytical questions in order to make a contribution to reducing the number of gun crimes in the United States. They are the ratio of mass shooting incidents, the most unsafe state by year, and the last one is depicting the most frequent shooter profile. Every day, more than 100 Americans are killed with guns and 200 more are shot and wounded. The effects of gun violence extend far beyond these casualties. Gun violence shapes the lives of millions of Americans who have witnessed it, known someone who has been shot, or lived in fear of next shooting. In order to illustrate the magnitude of everyday gun violence, every town has gathered the most comprehensive publicity available data. Still significant, data gaps remain a result of underfunded, incomplete data collection at the state and federal level. While preparing my analysis, I loaded all the data to a cluster, open data science environment, and started providing analysis using Spark IP. So the first step of our data analysis was looking at our data and definition of schema which matches the data we proposed data types. All the data needs to correspond to it. After this step, we have number of corrupted data rows which don't match to our schema. Here we can see it's more than 15,000 rows having corrupted data. On the second step, we define the entities, metrics, and dimensions. Here they are. Dimensions are presenting additional information about incidents. On the third step, I have to provide feature categorization. The following could be a potential column categorization. On the first step, I have to make basic group profiling by categories to get some ideas for processing our data. For example, incident-related columns profiling. The number of entities is 232,476 rows. Making this data profiling for 3 more categories, I've concluded that our principal data source has a lot of gaps and fields that we are interested to provide the analytics. So, knowing better our data, we are ready to answer to our analytical questions. The fifth step is about to answer those analytical questions to make a contribution to reducing the number of gun crimes. First one is about the ratio of mass shooting incidents. Considering the FBI rules which define a mass shooting incident, then there are 3 or more people injured or killed. So, first of all, I'm making a categorization if the incident is considered like mass shooting incident or not. After I used group by, aggregation, order, and select function to make the categorization and count the number of mass and not mass shooting incidents. The table shows us this sad statistic that more than 5,800 people were killed and more than 16,000 people were injured in mass incidents in 2013-2018. That might be the result of many lacks in work of security services of US. In my second analytics, I found the most dangerous state by years according to the number of incidents, and also I've made the connection with the ruling political parties those years to get some more insights into the facts that there might be the influence of the liberal political programs of those parties on this situation. Looking at our results, we can see that states like Illinois, Arkansas, Nevada, Virginia, Delaware, and Arkansas again are the most unsafest states during those years. Also, we can see that the most of years the ruling party were Democrats, but as you know, the party which supports liberal rules for the sale guns to United States citizens is the Republicans. In this case, we may conclude that maybe not only the local political authorities have influence on the dangerous situation with gun violence in these states, but also this is due to the general policy of the United States. As a recommendation, the authorities of this dangerous state should act immediately to improve the situation in their states by implementing local laws and social measures and restrictions. Finally, in my third analytic point about the most frequent shooter profiled, I found that the shooter is a male person, belongs to an adult age group above the 16 years old. The majority had a love relationship with their victim, and after the incident, they were mostly disarmed and arrested. On par with political measures and law restrictions, as we can see, the social measures should be implemented to help psychologically to people facing up difficult and conflict situations with their relationship. Gun violence is an epidemic in the United States. In 2013-2018, firearms were the leading method of gun incidents, homicide and suicide, and resulted in death of nearly 58,639 people. I have admitted this is terrible as an acceptable situation for a developed country. Too many children, parents, brothers, sisters, partners, and friends have died by gun violence. In face of this national tragedy, it's hurting to know that there are policies we can enact to reduce gun violence. Admitting gun violence as a serious problem by measuring the scope of the problem and who is particularly affected helps to tailor solutions. Evidence-based policies, programs, and more restrictive measures are crucial to reducing the violence in all its forms. Through concerted actions, they can change the trends in gun violence statistics and see reductions in gun violence in years to come and save a lot of lives. Thank you.